The moment begins long before the stage lights come on, in a narrow backstage corridor at America's Got Talent, where noise and silence strangely coexist. Crew members move briskly, clipboards tucked under their arms, murmuring cues and countdowns, while contestants sit scattered on folding chairs, each wrapped in their own private world of nerves and hope. Among them is a Filipino teenager, small in frame compared to the enormity of the moment ahead, holding a microphone with both hands as if it might slip away if his grip loosens. His fingers tremble slightly, not from fear alone but from the weight of everything that has led him here. In his chest, his heart beats loud enough that he's sure someone nearby can hear it. He closes his eyes, and when he does, the chaos around him fades into something softer and more familiar. In his mind, he is no longer backstage in America. He is back home, in a modest living room where space was limited but dreams were not. The walls were thin, the furniture old, but music filled every corner. He remembers being younger, standing in front of a cracked mirror, using a hairbrush as a microphone, mimicking the voices he heard on old recordings. His family would gather, sometimes amused, sometimes emotional, as he sang with a confidence far larger than his age. Those moments were never about fame. They were about joy, about escape, about the way music allowed him to feel powerful even when life felt small. His parents' sacrifices, the long hours, the quiet encouragements, all come rushing back now. He whispers a short prayer under his breath, not asking to win, but asking to be brave enough to give everything he has. A stagehand calls his name. The sound cuts through his thoughts like a bell. His eyes open. This is no longer a memory or a rehearsal. This is real. He stands, smoothing his jacket, adjusting his posture the way he has practiced countless times. Each step toward the stage feels heavy, like walking through water, yet there is also a strange lightness, a sense that something inevitable is unfolding. When he reaches the edge of the stage, he pauses for a fraction of a second. From here, he can hear the crowd, feel the vibration of their anticipation through the floor. This is the threshold between who he has been and who he is about to become. Then the cue is given, and he steps forward. As the lights rise, the world changes instantly. The vastness of the theater reveals itself, rows upon rows of faces disappearing into darkness, the judges seated under bright spotlights, the air thick with expectation. For a brief moment, he feels exposed, impossibly small in such a massive space. But then the music begins. The first note is like a spark. It ignites something deep within him, something he has carried for years. His posture shifts, his shoulders square, the nervous teen fades, replaced by a presence that commands attention. When he opens his mouth to sing, the voice that emerges is rich, controlled, and startlingly powerful. The transformation is immediate and almost unbelievable. The tone, the phrasing, the effortless glide between notes, it feels as if time has bent, as if the spirit of Elvis Presley has somehow found its way into this young performer's body. Yet it is not imitation alone. There is authenticity here, a deep emotional connection that goes beyond copying a sound or a style. His voice carries longing, confidence, vulnerability, and fire all at once. Each lyric is delivered with intention, every movement purposeful but natural. He doesn't just sing the song, he inhabits it. The judges, initially relaxed in their seats, lean forward almost unconsciously. One raises an eyebrow, another's mouth parts slightly in surprise. They have seen thousands of auditions, heard countless voices, but this is different. The audience senses it too. Whispers ripple through the crowd, followed by cheers that grow louder as the performance unfolds. Phones are raised, hands clasped to mouths, eyes widen. The teenager moves across the stage with a grace that suggests he belongs there, as if the spotlight has always been waiting for him. The music swells, and with it, his confidence. Each note lands cleanly, powerfully, as though he has been preparing for this exact moment his entire life. What makes the performance truly extraordinary is not just the technical skill, but the emotional bridge he builds between generations and cultures. In his voice, the audience hears echoes of a legend, but also something new, something shaped by his own experiences, his heritage, his journey. He is not trying to disappear into the shadow of the past. Instead, he honors it, carrying it forward with respect and passion. The crowd responds instinctively, clapping along, cheering mid-song, swept up in the energy that radiates from the stage. The theater feels alive, electric, unified by the sound of one voice. As the song reaches its climax, the tension in the room becomes almost unbearable. He holds a note, steady and strong, letting it ring out into the darkness. For a split second after the music stops, there is silence. Not the awkward kind, but the kind that feels sacred, as if everyone is collectively holding their breath. In that quiet moment, the teenager stands still, chest rising and falling, eyes shining under the lights. He has given everything. Whatever happens next, he knows he did not hold back. Then the silence breaks. Applause crashes over him like a wave. The audience leaps to their feet, cheers echoing off the walls. Some people shout his name, others simply scream in disbelief. The judges stand as well, clapping, smiling, shaking their heads as if trying to process what they have just witnessed. One judge wipes away a tear, another laughs in amazement. The energy is overwhelming, and for a moment, the teenager looks stunned, as though he can't quite believe this reaction is meant for him. Emotion floods his face, relief, joy, disbelief, gratitude all at once. He bows slightly, a gesture of respect, then looks out at the crowd again. Somewhere out there, he imagines his family watching, perhaps gathered around a television just like they used to gather around him when he was younger. He imagines their pride, their tears, their shared sense that this moment belongs not just to him, but to all of them. The judges begin to speak, their words filled with praise, calling his performance unforgettable, calling him special, calling him a reminder of why music matters. He listens, nodding, barely able to hold back his emotions. In this final moment, it becomes clear that this performance is about more than advancing in a competition. It is about representation, about showing that talent can come from anywhere, that dreams can cross oceans and cultures. One voice has carried a legend into the present, not as a copy, but as a continuation. The teenager stands on that stage transformed, no longer just a hopeful contestant, but a symbol of what happens when passion, perseverance, and opportunity collide. As the applause continues and the lights dim slightly, he takes one last deep breath, knowing that whatever the future holds, this moment will live forever, etched into memory as proof that one voice, when truly believed in, can become legendary.